If you're invested in CRO, you probably sit in one of three categories. You might be an early stage investor. Maybe you invested just after MCO and you got in at around 2 to 3 cents per CRO. Bear in mind, CRO is sitting at around 5 cents today at the making of this video. And you're just waiting maybe for that all-time high again, if it ever does come. That 80 to 90 cent mark to sell or maybe take some partial profits. Or maybe you're in the second camp. Maybe you're someone who was unfortunate enough to actually buy a bucket load of CRO when everyone was telling you that crypto was the next big thing, when BTC was around 60 to 70K. Maybe you bought around 80 to 90 cents per CRO. And you know what? If you're in that category, it's bad timing, it does suck to be you, but in another way, good on you for taking a leap of faith and actually getting into investing, because the thing with investing is, especially long-term investing, that is long-term investing in a nutshell. Nobody has ever just always timed the market perfectly and always made gains. You will always incur some losses and struggles along the way. So if you're in that camp, I advise you to just be patient. Again, not financial advice at all, but you know, if it was me, I'd be holding on and waiting, because what are you going to do now? Just wait and potentially save a bit of money if CRO dips just a little bit further? I personally think the bottom for CRO is pretty close to being in. And if you're in the third camp, which is kind of more like me, you know, you invested some money well before the days of those all-time highs when, again, CRO was around sort of between 2 and 3 cents around those post-MCO days, and maybe you bought just a little bit as well, or maybe you bought a bit more, you know, whether you bought a little bit more or a little bit around that kind of all-time high, or maybe leading up to it around that sort of 80 to 90 cents, and you're just holding kind of in both positions. Now, for myself personally, I've got a bit of a CRO bag. I'm not concerned about what's going on, and I'll tell you why. Again, it just comes back to the same old things over and over again. It's those strong fundamentals, all right? It's the regulations internationally, all right? Australia, US, Canada, Singapore, all over the world. Crypto.com are doing things the right way. It's the crypto.org. It's the Chronos chain, all right? It's the accelerator program. It's the loaded Lions main city game, which has just launched about 2 weeks ago. And actually, I've been playing and streaming that almost every single day, actually. And, you know, for a game that's supposed to be kind of in its beta stage, it's actually doing really, really well. I won't say it's without its hiccups, and I won't say that it's a sure thing by any means, because any type of NFT investing, whilst it could be the most lucrative investment now, is without a doubt objectively the highest risk space to invest your money right now for whatever NFT you're investing in. But again, we are still looking pretty bearish in the markets, guys. There's no doubt about that. And aside from that, of course, they've got the Crypto.com app. You know, they got the cards, and I know a lot of the rates on the cards were actually slashed and all that kind of thing. But again, you know, you can't be too upset about that, because they always told us that that was coming. So that's something that they've got as well. They've got their exchange, among lots of good news articles and educational content on their platform. Some of the absolute biggest partnerships and developments going on all over the world, guys, in the UFC, the F1, the NBA, and probably counting, you know. So Crypto.com are far from done. They're here to stay, guys. They're here to stay. Honestly, I think if they were going to go bankrupt, they would have gone bankrupt around that kind of FTX time with Bankman-Fried, all right? I think they kind of weathered the storm in that sense and done it in a really smart and clever way. And, you know, again, they're not the perfect company, but they're as transparent as the best companies that we have in our cryptocurrency ecosystem right now. I always swear by the fact that, look, the surest thing, and I've always said this for the moment that I started investing in crypto 5 years ago in 2017, that BTC is really the surest asset. All right, that's an objective fact. If you look back, it's done about 100% year on year for the last 11 years. But, you know, CRO is a holding. Is it going to hit that all-time high again? I think it will. Is it going to come in 2024? Look, of course there's a chance, and I sure as hell hope it does, but, you know, more likely it's probably going to come towards the end of 2024, maybe 2025, given the fact that the BTC halving is happening next year, 2024, and historically, what does it mean? We kind of see those parabolic price rises for BTC about a year or so after that actual halving event, and so that would place us around mid-2025. But again, this is crypto, and anything in crypto is possible, but really to see CRO pull a move, as well as any other altcoin, to be quite honest, we need to see BTC turn that 40K into a solid support and never revisit levels below 40K again. And then maybe we can start to get talking. So folks, if you enjoy this video, like the video. If you enjoy the channel, subscribe. It would really mean a lot, and turn the notification bells on as well. I'm going to try and get one of these off the cuff videos out every single day for you guys. I'm going to try and post a lot more on this content now, as hopefully we're going to start to head into a bull market pretty soon. So yeah, have a good one out there folks, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.